It's a beautiful day. I'm out on a walk. I thought I'd record a video that's a little bit longer than the others. Today I'm just going to talk about senses. What I find fascinating about them is that the nature of the sense is the nature of the system that sense is connected to. So I'll put it this way. Imagine your digestion system. What is the sense that most connects to your digestion system? It's going to be taste, right? So, but the fact is that taste, you actually have to start to digest something to taste it. So the nature of the sense is the nature of the system. That's kind of neat. Let's see if it holds out for all five. Smell. Yes, obviously the respiratory system, right? And the nature of the sense is you must breathe in. You must respirate to begin that sense of smell. So again, the nature of the sense is the nature of the system. Super cool. What's next? Touch, feel. Ooh, that's a tough one. What system is that? Well, it's the integumentary system. Integumentary system is your skin, a lot of your glands like sweat and so forth. So what's fascinating there is, of course, again, the hair on your arms, your skin, it feels the thing. And it must feel it in order to have the sense, and so that the integumentary system can then react appropriately. Keep in mind that it's got a secondary system too, but so cool. Again, you have to use the integumentary system. Something must interact with it for you to sense and feel. All right, what else have we got? We've got hearing. What is the system for hearing? There's a lot of things we might think of, but I'm gonna put a kind of a weird shot in here. The system is your skeletal system. Keep in mind that the nature of sound is vibration, but we also feel vibration, and we only feel it because of our bones. If we weren't that rigid, it would just be tiny little splurples on our otherwise gelatinous corpus. So it is actually the skeletal system, and we know that because the nature of the system is the nature of the sense. And what is the sense? It is a tiny bone hitting onto the tympanic bone, making small things that then go into your cochlea, which is another kind of weird shell-shaped bone that resonates that sound. So the nature of the system, that vibration, is based in bone, which is kind of interesting. It also is where we find our balance, also around bone. Because what happens if we lose our balance? What happens if we don't hear something? We often will break our bones, but that's too simplified. That brings us to the last one, sight. Sight feels weird, right? But now check in. What is the system for sight? It is our nervous system, which is an electrical system. And light is part of the electromagnetic spectrum. Once again, the nature of the sense being light is the nature of the system being electromagnetic, going and sending things through our whole body. That's all, but it's not. There's a lot more. I just want to throw out one last thing. I mentioned, or I might not have, there are actually 11 systems. And I'm just going to go through them really quick, because now you're going to see that although they are all one thing, it's all one being, and they aren't truly discrete, separate, there is an interesting logic. Sense is eating. Primary system, digestive system, secondary system, excretory system, getting rid of all those things. Feel, right? Integumentary system. It's about regulation, so that connects to your secondary system being your endocrine system, which is all about body regulation. Third sense is hearing. It goes to our skeletal system, the idea of vibration and movement, stiffness and give. And the idea then is the bones hold much of our immune system. So the secondary system for hearing is actually our immune system. The next one would be respiratory, right? Smell hits our respiratory system, which connects then into our circulatory system, of course, because the respiratory system is built to bring oxygen and CO2 in and out of our bodies. And then there is the sight, right? Electromagnetic sight, and that goes to our nervous system, which then connects to our muscular system. I think that's all of them. There is an 11th, and that is our reproductive system. And every sense is built for that one.